As a small-town radio DJ, I was used to the strange stories that circulated among the locals. But nothing could have prepared me for the chilling encounter I experienced one foggy night in March. It began as a regular late-night shift. As the clock struck midnight, the airways filled with my soothing voice, accompanied by an electric mix of music. The mist outside seemed to swallow the town whole, leaving only the radio station's dim glow as a beacon in the darkness. A call came through, disrupting the usual flow of the night. The caller, with a voice trembling and barely audible, whispered about a haunting figure stalking the edge of town. He spoke of a tall, skeletal creature with elongated limbs and sirens for a head, emitting a cacophony of unsettling sounds. They called it Siren Head. I laughed it off, assuming it was just another prank. But as I resumed my duties, I couldn't shake the unsettling feeling in the pit of my stomach. The fog seemed to press against the windows, and the station felt more isolated than ever before. Minutes ticked by, each one more deafening than the last. My playlist now felt like a desperate attempt to fill the silence. That's when I heard it, a low, distant wailing. It sounded like a distorted mix of air raid sirens and the desperate cries of lost souls. I tried to convince myself that it was just my imagination, but the wailing grew louder, closer, impossible to ignore. Panic rose like the bile in my throat as I considered the caller's words. What if he wasn't lying? What if Siren Head was real? The station's lights flickered, plunging me into darkness for a few terrifying seconds. And then, as if responding to the electrical anomaly, the wailing stopped. The sudden silence felt even more suffocating than the eerie sounds that preceded it. That's when I saw it, looming over the station, its skeletal frame silhouetted against the night sky. Siren Head. Its long, bony fingers scraped against the window, as if beckoning me to join it in the fog. The sirens blared, louder than before, a mix of agonizing screams and haunting melodies. My heart raced and I knew I had to escape. But before I could move, the sirens changed their tune. The sound was no longer terrifying. It was soothing, enticing. I felt a strange compulsion to step outside and embrace the creature. As if in a trance, I reached for the door, but a sudden flash of fear jolted me back to reality. I slammed the door shut, locked it, and collapsed against the wall, breathing heavily. The wailing intensified, but I refused to give in. Eventually, the sounds faded, and so did the fog. As the sun rose, it was as if the nightmare had never happened. But I knew the truth. Siren Head was real. And it was still out there. Its melodies forever haunting my dreams.